Welcome to English Stories for Listening. This is the perfect place for anyone who loves to listen to stories while improving their English. Whether you're just starting out or looking to strengthen your skills, our stories are designed to help you practice listening and comprehension in a fun and relaxing way. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video. Now let's get started.
The Journey of Sarah. Sarah lived in a small, quiet town. Every day she woke up early in the morning. She worked at a bakery. The bakery was on the corner of a busy street. Sarah loved her job. She baked bread, cakes, and cookies. The smell of fresh bread made her happy. But sometimes Sarah felt something was missing. She dreamed of adventure. She wanted to see new places and meet new people. But she was afraid to leave her town. It was the only place she knew. One day, something unexpected happened. Sarah received a letter. The letter was old, and the paper was yellow. It was from a distant relative she had never met. The letter said there was a hidden treasure. The treasure was left by her ancestors many years ago. The letter included a map and some clues. The clues were written in an old language. Sarah was surprised. She had never thought about a treasure before, but the idea excited her. She felt a spark of adventure inside her. At first, Sarah didn't know what to do. Should she stay in her small town where everything was safe and familiar? Or should she go on an adventure to find the treasure? She talked to her friend, Emily. Emily was always supportive and kind. Emily told Sarah that she should follow her heart. "You have always wanted an adventure," Emily said. "This is your chance. You should go." Sarah thought about it for a long time. Finally, she made a decision. She would go on the adventure. She packed her bags and said goodbye to her friends and neighbours. She knew it would be a long journey, but she was ready. She took the map and the clues with her. The first clue led her to a nearby forest. The forest was dark and full of tall trees. Sarah felt a little scared, but she kept going. In the forest, Sarah faced her first challenge. She got lost. The trees looked the same in every direction. She couldn't find the path. But Sarah didn't give up. She sat down and looked at the map again. She remembered something her father once told her. "When you are lost, stop and think." Sarah took a deep breath and calmed down. She looked at the map carefully and found a small mark that showed the way. She stood up and walked in the right direction. After a few hours, she found the first clue hidden under a rock. The clue was a piece of paper with a riddle. The riddle led her to the next location. As Sarah continued her journey, she met a traveller named Mark. Mark was friendly and kind. He had travelled to many places and knew a lot about the world. Sarah told him about the treasure and the clues. Mark was interested and offered to help her. Sarah was happy to have a companion. Together they travelled to a distant city where the second clue was hidden. The city was big and full of people. There were many shops, markets, and tall buildings. Sarah had never seen a city like this before. It was exciting but also a little overwhelming. Mark helped her navigate through the busy streets. They followed the clues and found the second clue in an old library. The clue was inside a dusty book. Mark helped Sarah solve the riddle. The riddle led them to the next location. As they continued their journey, Sarah and Mark faced many challenges. They had to solve tricky puzzles and deal with untrustworthy characters. But they didn't give up. They worked together and helped each other. Along the way, Sarah learned more about her family's history. She learned that the treasure was not just about gold and jewels. It was something much more important. It was about her family's legacy and the lessons they had learned over the years. The final clue led them to a hidden cave in the mountains. The cave was dark and cold. Sarah and Mark had to climb steep rocks and crawl through narrow tunnels. It was difficult, but they were determined. Inside the cave, they found the treasure. But there was one last puzzle to solve. The puzzle was difficult, but Sarah and Mark worked together. After a long time, they solved the puzzle and opened the treasure. To Sarah's surprise, the treasure was not what she expected. It was not gold or jewels. Instead, it was a collection of family heirlooms and a journal. The journal was written by her ancestors. It contained stories and lessons about life, courage, and resilience. Sarah realized that the real treasure was not about wealth. It was about the wisdom and experiences passed down through her family. Sarah felt a deep sense of pride and connection to her family. She understood that the journey had taught her more about herself and her family than she could have ever imagined. The adventure had given her the courage to follow her dreams and the confidence to face challenges. After finding the treasure, Sarah and Mark returned to the small town. The townspeople welcomed them as heroes. Sarah shared her story with everyone. She told them about the treasure and the lessons she had learned. Her story inspired others to pursue their dreams and to be brave in the face of challenges. Sarah decided to write a book about her journey. She wanted to share her experiences with others and to inspire them to follow their dreams. She combined her love for baking with her new passion for storytelling. She opened a small cafe where she could share her stories with her customers. The cafe became a place where people could gather, enjoy good food, and listen to Sarah's adventures. Sarah was happy and content. She knew that her adventure had only just begun. She realized that life itself was an adventure, full of unexpected twists and turns. She was ready for whatever came next, knowing that she had the courage and strength to face any challenge.